June 11th, 2025, Washington, D.C. In a sweeping announcement that has sent shockwaves through the emergency management community, President Donald Trump revealed that he intends to phase out the Federal Emergency Management Agency following the 2025 hurricane season, shifting disaster response responsibilities directly to the states. "We want to wean off of FEMA and bring it down to the state level," Trump declared during a briefing in the Oval Office. "A governor should be able to handle it, and frankly, if they can't handle it, then maybe they shouldn't be governor." The announcement marks the most definitive timeline yet for dismantling the agency that has served as the nation's backbone for disaster relief for more than 4 decades. Trump said future federal disaster recovery funds would come directly from his office, not through FEMA, further centralizing control within the executive branch. The move comes as the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration forecasts an especially intense and potentially deadly hurricane season ending November 30th. Critics warn the agency is already struggling, plagued by internal turmoil, underfunding, and major staffing losses. Since January, at least 10% of FEMA's workforce has departed, including much of its senior leadership. The workforce is projected to shrink by nearly 30% by year's end. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, whose department oversees FEMA, echoed Trump's sentiments, declaring FEMA fundamentally needs to go away as it exists. She said the administration is working to build mutual aid agreements among states and prepare for catastrophic events without the traditional federal infrastructure. Noem co-chairs the newly formed FEMA Review Council alongside Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. The council is expected to release a set of recommendations in the coming months that would significantly reduce FEMA's footprint and alter its mission. The consequences of the administration's shift are already being felt. On Wednesday, Jeremy Greenberg, head of FEMA's Operations Division and its National Response Coordination Center, resigned, the latest high-level departure from the agency at a critical time. Greenberg had been responsible for managing resources and personnel deployments during emergencies. The leadership vacuum has widened since Trump appointed David Richardson, a former Marine and counter-weapons specialist with no background in disaster response, as FEMA administrator. Richardson has since sidelined veteran emergency managers and filled top positions with Homeland Security personnel from other departments. Despite FEMA's looming phase-out, Noem recently reopened several of the agency's shuttered training facilities and extended staff contracts in a last-minute effort to bolster readiness. But internal confusion remains high. Last week, Richardson reportedly told staff that a revised hurricane response plan will not be released, signaling the agency will operate with outdated protocols while awaiting guidance from Trump's FEMA Review Council. President Trump's rationale is simple but controversial. "The FEMA thing has not been a very successful experiment," he said. "It's extremely expensive. And again, when you have a tornado or a hurricane or you have a problem of any kind in a state, that's what you have governors for. They're supposed to fix those problems."